NDSU students head back to school 1 week from today. That means it's time to decorate that big, beautiful dorm room. Okay, maybe not so big, maybe not so beautiful. Thankfully, we have Tara Firkinoff here with NDSU Residence Life to show us how we can actually make the most out of that itty-bitty living space. Thank you so much for coming in today.
I just want to say that NDSU Residence Hall rooms are actually pretty good size.
Okay, so is that true? Or like, I mean, as far as size, I mean, I always think, you know, whether you just went to school or you went to school a few years back, like maybe the two of us, I feel like I remember it being so small.
Yeah. Okay, so it's smaller than many average rooms that you would have in the home that you probably grew up in. But what's cool about most of our residence hall rooms is that we do have a lot of storage, but we will talk about making them very beautiful, like you said.
Okay, so we have some great before and after pictures we're going to get to in a minute, but I want you to kind of explain what you did to make people see the potential, because even though I'm giving you a hard time, because dorm rooms are not that big, and they're very plain.
Yes, when you walk in, it can be a little scary, a little intimidating to walk into a space like that. So some of the tips that we give for decorating, and the first one, can I end with this tip and start with this tip?
Yes.
And that is less is more when decorating a small space like this. On move-in day, we see people drive up with U-Hauls that are actually bigger than the entire room. You don't need a U-Haul, and less is more when decorating a small space, because clutter makes the space look smaller. So that's one tip I definitely have. And you'll see that in some of the before and afters that we show too.
Okay, so what dorm are we starting with here? Let's start with, I think, what was the first one you sent over?
Was it Thompson Hall? Reed Johnson?
Let's start with the Reed Johnson. Can we pull up a before picture here of what a dorm room looks like at Reed Johnson? Is this...
Yep, this is Reed Johnson. This is...
Oh, beautiful. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Look at those white walls.
Well, and see why it can be a little intimidating to decorate that space and kind of make it feel homey.
Okay.
But you can do it, I promise. Okay,
one more look at what it looks like before. Okay. And we can pop to another before. Okay. Okay, so you're a new student, and I feel like I want to add that even if you're maybe not going to college, although a lot of parents are probably getting their kids ready right now, some of these ideas you can also use in small efficiency apartments.
Absolutely.
As well.
Yep,
so if you're not going to school.
Just any small space, a lot of these tips work really well.
Okay, so let's see the after, and how do you get to these afters? Do you guys bring in professional people?
We do bring in professionals that just kind of have a better eye. So some of the things that they do to make these spaces really pop, even though the floor is carpeted in a lot of our residence hall rooms, a really nice rug just makes it just ties it all together and really makes it a little bit homier. As you can see, a lot of the colors are very cohesive. That's another tip for decorating small spaces, is that your color scheme shouldn't have 6 different colors. Really keep that color scheme together. As you can see with some of the things that they put on the walls, everything really brings your eye up as well, because it's a smaller space. Use those vertical spaces, put pictures not only at the eye level, but up a little bit higher. But another very big tip, and what you'll see in there, is get really creative with the storage. Use those multi-purpose, different items that are really cute, but then they can also be used for storage. Like you can see there in the middle of the room there, they have this super cute little storage bin. Or a lot of people will bring in those little cube holders, and you can throw shoes in there. You could throw books in there. You could throw clothes in there if you wanted. So really getting creative with
hide all the junk when your parents come over.
Hide the junk.
Okay, the next dorm, can we show some befores? Is this Stockholm? What's the name of the...
This one's Stockbridge.
Oh, Stockbridge.
Yep. This is Stockbridge Hall. Again, kind of naked.
Yes.
At the beginning. But this one I think is my favorite one that we had staged. And this is a all-male residence hall.
Oh, so even the guys can have some style.
Oh, yes, they can.
Okay, let's see it. Oh.
Isn't this adorable?
Yeah.
I love this room. Again, look at what they did with the color scheme. So it's all very neutral, but it's all very cohesive. Some of the decorations that they put on the wall hold stuff. So again, that multi-purpose, dual function decorating, making it cute, and then holding items as well.
No posters.
No posters. A few, it's not just random posters on the wall. So I just love this room.
I would live there. I know.
I
And
know.
it even looks bigger when it's
I
decorated.
know.
Why is that?
I know, it's just so cute. And again, really keeping it clean and not cluttered.
Okay, I love that. Okay, so now let's go to Thompson Hall. You also have, let's see the befores.
Yep.
Just to remind you how dull it is. Another picture
I
before.
know.
Did you lived in Thompson Hall
Yep,
back in
I
your
lived
day?
in Thompson Hall. I lived in Severinsen Hall. I lived in a lot of halls. Oh dear.
Okay,
Yep.
so now we want to see what you have done with the after for all the people. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that beautiful? So they did a few things that one tip that I didn't talk about was they used mirrors in this space, and using mirrors in small spaces is definitely a decorating tip that we like to tell people. Kept the colors cohesive, did that rug again, brought things vertical to keep your eye going up. But what I love about this too is this picture here shows how they also brought that color scheme out into the bathroom, which is so cute. And it really ties it all together. And that's also because in our residence halls, you kind of walk into that main foyer area, that main bathroom area. So that's a space to have fun with too.
I love it. Beautiful. You know, a different way of looking at a dorm room. I wish I would have had you when I had moved into a dorm room a few years back. Okay, your one last tip, because move-in day is coming up for NDSU.
Last tip, don't stress about this. You know, a lot of people come in and they think they need to have it all decorated and perfect by noon on move-in day, and you have all year to make it yours and make it unique. So don't stress about this and have fun with it.
Tara Firkenhoff with NDSU Residence Life, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
And I think you can steal some of those ideas for your own home too. Great ideas. Stay with us. Coming up next, we're talking to a sleep specialist about getting your kids back on a decent schedule.